Testing, is this working? Testing. Testing, testing, testing.
Test, 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 test.
Testing, testing. Sounds like we're on, Rory. I can see an "it is working" in the group chat, which is exciting.
Can people hear us okay?
Yeah, let us know if you're getting any audio. So we can see videos working. Is that a yes to audio, hopefully? Yes, you're online.
Here we go.
Fantastic.
We're live.
Gosh.
Welcome to Women's Head.
Yeah, Women's Head 2024, brought to you by AllMarkOne. This is the 4th or 5th time we've done this, and I would just like to preface this that we consider ourselves a professional photography company, but live streaming.
We're not a live stream professionals.
As you can tell.
No. But we're still going to carry on. We're still going to attempt it. It's a bit blustery up here today.
It is a bit blustery. It's been quite windy. We've had a lot of rain recently. It is wind against tide, so not sure what the conditions are looking like up the course, but potentially not all sunshine and rainbows up there. But it looks, it's pretty still as they come past the finish here. So we're at Imperial College Boathouse in Putney, which is where I went to university, and we're just maybe a couple of 100 metres from the finish here, so you'll be seeing crews. The course is 6.8 kilometres, and their very last maybe minute or so as they come past us here.
Very much so. So we're just waiting for the crews to come down now. I believe they've started. I'm not sure,
Yes.
but from here, the perspective, you can probably see the last 250 metres from up here. You won't see our faces for too long. We will continue this chat throughout the crews coming down, but the live stream will be focused on the river, so you don't have to see our faces. But you can see below, you can see the website. You can go there and get all the photos. Will be available there. If any crews are watching this back, you can also pick up videos where the team are at the moment. We've got, 3 team
Yes,
members
exactly.
up?
We've got 2 photographers on the course today, so there'll be someone on Barnes Bridge, I think,
Yep.
and from the bandstand at Chiswick. So there'll be 2 angles you can buy a photo from over on our website. And in addition, I think the only head race we did last year was at Head of the River. We did the race video.
Yep.
So as well as this live stream that you'll be able to watch live, there will be more esteemed video clips going up for sale, which is exciting, and a sort of new service we've been offering in the last few months at trials and the like.
They sell quite well. We also have AAA passes, which are available. AAA pass is an all-access pass where you can, if you're in a crew in an 8 of 8 people and one of you wants to buy photos for the whole crew, you can do that. $29.99 on the website. Differing prices if you want to buy more than one crew, but it's a really good option if people want to get all their images of their crews for one set fee instead of paying, I don't know, £50-60. So it saves you guys a lot of money, which is a really good option.
Exactly. So I can see a comment in the chat, who we're expecting to see first. So it's about 20 to 4 now. The cruise should be about 10 minutes in, so it won't be long till they come past us here. The first crew off in this year's Women's Head, and probably quite a few from the past editions, is Leander A, coxed by Henry Fieldman, a world and European champion, and currently the cox of the GB Women's 8. So they'll be steering a tight line, keep an eye on where they position themselves in the river as they come past. And the top 10 is made up of a couple of the Leander crews, Brooks, a really
strong university crew.
Exactly.
Always have been. I'm looking forward to see it. You've raced here quite a few times, haven't you?
I have. The last time I raced 2022, I was injured last year. I remember distinctly it was pretty tough conditions the last time I raced at the Women's Head. I think it took us the same amount of time it did at Force Head in our Coxers 4, because it was just coming through Hammersmith Bridge. When you have that wind against tide, depending on where you are on the course, it was just brutal conditions. So I'm not sure what it looks like up there now. Don't know if anyone's watching from, I think Hammersmith Bridge is closed actually, but yeah, it was pretty nice the first section of the course, and then pretty savage for the last few minutes. But
I can't correlate to that, funnily enough. I've never raced at Women's Head. I've raced down the course once, Head of the River. That's quite fun, actually.
Yeah, it's quite fun. It's a good event. There's lots of people actually on the bank here below us in Putney coming to watch their family and friends, which is great. It is a little bit chilly out in the wind, but great to see people out to support, and probably along the bank and bridges up the course as well. So good day for some racing. It's been pretty tough with the cancellations, hasn't it, Rory?
Yeah, there's been a lot of events that have been cancelled. Us as a team, we love to get out, we love to capture all these events, and especially for you guys as an audience, you know, we see the comments, we see the messages on Instagram where, are you at this event, are you at this event, and it ends up getting cancelled. So it's actually really nice. I know there's been a few crews that have been taken out of the draw through a restricted draw through to weather conditions, but it's really good to see a big event running in the UK weather that's meant to be spring, but it doesn't feel like it at all.
Yeah, it is tricky when you get all this rain, and you know it's of course not on the event organisers. When you get a red flag here, it's just not safe to run an event, and the event have to cancel. So we've had pretty bad luck so far this year, but luckily we've held out so far to Women's Head, and hopefully for Schools Head and Heather River upcoming, where we'll have more live stream coverage at Schools Head, have the same sort of photo video set up for those upcoming races if you have any other family and friends there.
Definitely. Well, whilst we wait for these crews, I see a couple of questions. Where can you get these hats from? Funnily enough, you can get them on the website. We're wearing the limited edition hats. I will see if Callum can throw me. Callum, can you go get my other hat, please? We have other hats available in other colours. Our standard is the blue and white, which is the classic. It works well.
Classic, yeah.
I think we have a couple of red hats left, which Callum is going to throw me now. Callum's our cameraman for the day, one of our best photographers. You can probably see that on the camera. These are all available on the website. Other things we have on the website, obviously the photos, but also Feather and Square, which we do stock on the website as well. You can pick up the bundles for, I think, $14.95. Really good deal. That's available is there. And we also have bucket hats as well, which are going to be perfect for the summer season. I have a big head, so I'm not going to show me wearing a bucket hat at the moment, but maybe in the summer months you can see that. I'm gibbering on about hats at the moment, and probably nobody cares about that, do they?
Yeah, well, it was a question from the audience, so I think we'll have to allow it.
Great jackets, thank you very much. Staff only, apologies.
We will be at Vesta Masters Head in a couple of weeks now, that is as well. Busy couple of weeks. We've got Schools Head, Head of the River, got Vesta, International Masters Head of the River, boat race coming up. All coming to a climax, you could say.
Another question. Will you be doing a live stream for Head of the River? No, we will not. Head of the River have their own official live stream, so unfortunately we will not be taking part in that. But there will be a live stream for Schools Head, which is always a great day. You'll have Rory joining me up here, the Tent Talk team back together for a live event, so let's hope we don't say anything stupid. But yeah, I get to be joined by Lucinda's today, who knows a lot about Women's Head, rowing on the Tideway, being at Imperial, St Paul's Girls' School. You know a lot more than I do.
Yeah, well, we don't expect too much background knowledge, but we have got a question how the crew started racing, and they did indeed, so they should be probably, I want to say, through Hammersmith Bridge now. It's a bit hard to see for us through the trees, and we of course will cut immediately to the racing when you get to look at some of the fine displays of women's rowing we'll have today rather than the two of us. But yeah, should be just another couple of minutes and we'll have Leander A coming past us now. They're being tailed by Leander B. I'm sure both will be pretty fast crews, so great to see, club chasing each other down. And then we'll have Brooks going down number 3, UL, so the University of London Boat Club, are off number 4. Thames A, a very strong women's club rowing programme, coming on number 5, and then we've got Leander C, Brooks B, Cambridge's Brood Boat and number 8, and I think it should be Edinburgh University number 9 and number 10 Molesey, who also had a very good start to the year at the Remenham Challenge. So just a few more minutes now and we will have those crews coming down on your screens with any luck.
Yeah, definitely. Last year's winners obviously were Leander A with a time of 18:38. Do you think we'll see similar times today?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, we'll let you know when we get the first time down. It might be, I think it's probably slow conditions if it's wind against tide. So we'll see what it is. But the stream is pretty fast. There's been a lot of rain, a lot of water in the river. So yeah, we'll see. But Leander are a very strong program. They've got World European senior level champions steering them. Going to do cracking line, I'm sure. They've got under 23 medalists. They've got a spare pair one of the athletes from the spare pair at the World Championships last year in that Leander A boat. So they're going to be coming down pretty fast, and we'll see if anyone can top them. But I've seen another question in the chat about the first school crew. So I think the first school crew is Headington, and they should be going off in the top 20. So sort of later part of the top 20. Very impressive performance from some of these school junior crews. Coming down pretty fast. Giving these university and senior crews a run for their money. So very exciting to see them soon.
Well, yeah, Leander B are definitely going to be chasing down that Leander A boat. It's a fairly stacked B boat from what I can see. We've got some people that rode at Imperial with yourself.
Yeah, my friend Helen is stroking the Leander B boat, so go on, Helen. We'll see you coming down soon. We've got Izzy, an island winner from Brooks, is in the middle of the boat there, and lots of other esteemed age group international vests and the like. So
100%. And you've got Abby Bird in that Leander B boat, who I'm actually going to shout out. Her sister just broke quite a few of the ergo records at University of Virginia in the US, so big shout out to Izzy. Congrats on that one. But yeah, it should be an exciting day. We'll try and comment as much as possible. We know you guys are probably here to watch the racing, not us chatter on about random stuff. But obviously, put all your questions into the chat. We'll answer probably all of them.
Try our best.
Exactly.
We do have a commentary form as well, so we have got some information straight from the horse's mouth. First crew on the list, the only information they gave us was that the average crew weight is 102 kilos, and that's what they've told us, and I won't comment any further.
Nope.
But they should be with us any second now.
But they are experienced. Their Cox is very experienced, obviously being part of that sort of men's squad before making the transition over to the women's squad.
I've actually been coxed by Henry Fieldman myself.
Have you?
He's an Imperial alumnus, and he came down a couple of years ago. Really great. You see these sort of GB athletes making time for their alma mater, which is awesome. Our top men's 8 shell is named after him, and it was a really cool experience to get some coxing experience and some feedback from someone that esteemed. And I remember when we started doing a burst, and it was like, whew, pretty fiery. But there you go. And he's had some great results with the GB Women's 8, who've really had a great season last year.
Just returned from, World Cup? Just the weekend?
So it looks like we've got a crew coming out any second, so we'll hand over to Callum, our master camera panner for the day, and we should have a crew on the screen for you any second. So we're looking for Leander A coming down. I can just see them now. They're coming past the Black Boy, so coming to the last few hundred metres. This is crew number 1, Leander A, steered by very experienced GB Women's 8 Cox, Henry Fieldman, and a lot of rowing prowess in this boat. I can actually hear him from here. If I'm quiet for a minute, maybe you can.
Yeah, that crew is looking really clean together, getting their catches all in together. You can tell that crew's been together for a while. What would you say? They've got about 200, probably more than that, about 400 metres left remaining when they're passing us
like
here.
That. And as you can see here, Henry's steering, pretty close to this line of boats. So we call the Fulham Flats that area over by the wall there. That's Bishop's Park on the far side of your screen, and that's where the faster water is. Depending on the day, but you can see them there coming past. Great shot there of Leander A, and there's a little bit of a gap now before Leander B come past on our screens.
As we actually have 2 crews coming down very close together. You've got that Leander B boat being chased by, I believe that's Oxford Brookes Women's 8.
Brookes A, indeed.
Who have been a formidable force in this university and rowing scene, who are the winners of the island last year. So it's great to see these universities, whilst Brooks is a very top programme, it's great to see them chasing down these senior athletes, and it's just great for the sport in general.
Yeah, so that's Leander B, you should be able to see on your screen. I see them there now, and their hot on their heels are Brooks A, one of the top university programmes in the country, winners of the Ireland Challenge Cup last year, so they'll be looking to solidify their position in this sort of top 10. And just coming up behind them, you might not be able to see them just yet, they are being chased down by the University of London Boat Club, crew number 4, who are in purple.
And in this ULBC boat, we have Saskia Budget from the senior team actually racing with them today. And it's also being steered by Sophie Wrightson, who won gold in that amazing final at the Under-19 Worlds in Paris last year.
Yeah, absolutely. And just behind UL there in a second, you'll be seeing Thames A. Thames, if you want to do club women's rowing, they really are the place to be at the moment. This is a pretty fast Thames A boat coming down, number 5. They've got under-23 silver medalists, 5 Henry Royal medals, very experienced crew, coached by Tom Mapp and Jamie Brown, and who those coaches combined have taken crews to 6 Henry Royal wins, so very established. And there's a bit of a gap there behind them to Brooks B.
So it looks like Brooks B have actually. Is there Leander C?
Yeah, Brooks B and number 7. I can't see Leander C, so perhaps Leander C scratched. Brooks B there are number 7 on the start order. They're in the sort of maroon colours that you should be able to see on your screen now, and followed by Cambridge Blue Boat, crew number 8.
So this is coming really close now to the boat race, only a few weeks out. I think from what we've seen from the fixtures, it seems a lot closer than recent years.
Yeah, I mean, Cambridge have been, a pretty dominant force at the boat race in recent years on both the men's and women's sides, in the last maybe 5 years or so. But Oxford look like they have a very strong blue boat this year, so very exciting to see that. Oxford are not racing today, but good chance for Cambridge to get a run down this track, albeit in the other direction. Coming past there in the light blue. I was going to say mint green, but it's definitely not.
Definitely going to get in trouble for that. It's definitely light blue.
Oh, that's very
We're rowing
exciting.
really hard, and now we've got some side-by-side racing.
Looks like Molesey Boat Club number 10 are overtaking Edinburgh University number 9. Edinburgh won a bronze medal a couple of weekends ago at Bucks Head up in Newcastle, and Molesey had a good start to year. They've, this is a club crew. They'll be, really trying to chase down the heels of Thames A, who we saw a few minutes earlier. And looks like they're overtaking Edinburgh now. Just
looks like they're going for that clear water towards that finish line. Really strong race. You can feel the crowd starting to pump up in it. I've only raced here once, but you feel the crowd supporting you, lifting you.
Yeah, absolutely. And just coming down now, we've got number 11. This is Durham University Boat Club. Durham had a great year last year. I think they won the VL at Butch Regatta. They've given us some crew information. Bow Girl hasn't trained all year, put into bow because she lifts more than the men, so a very strong Bucks weightlifter there in the bow, but from memory also a very esteemed rower, winning a gold medal at the European Under-23 Championships last year. They've got a bucket rig as they can't row in a straight line apparently. And number 12 there, Brooks C, you'll be seeing in a second, so cutting to this yellow boat with the maroon colours. And not long after them, we've got Newcastle.
The Blue Star.
I'll let Rory talk to you about Newcastle.
Blue Star, rivalry with Durham as well up in the Tyne, coached extremely well by Alex Lee, who's been running that female programme for a long time now. Newcastle have achieved great things, and it's great to see them down in the water now. It's quite a long journey for them, but it's always great to see the Blue Star. The crowds are always with them as well, which is really good.
And number 14 coming after them, that's Thames B, looking pretty sharp coming down there. That's another very fast club crew, straight by Rosa Millard, who won the boat race with Cambridge last year, and has now moved on from Cambridge and rowing at Thames. And there's a little bit of a gap now, so you probably still see Thames on your screen. I think Thames have 5 or 6 8s racing today, and I think we'll see a lot of these crews in the sort of top positions here. Very, very strong women's programme there. And yeah, we can just see
another Thames boat coming down.
Yeah, Thames boat coming down. I think it'll be Thames C, if I'm keeping tabs.
We've got the big balcony, the big home cheer. Yeah, great to see. And we saw it at Henley last year as well. Thames cleaning up in a lot of the club events.
I think they had 4 8s in the quarterfinals, forget the maths right. So, you know, very strong women's programme. I'm sure they'll be looking to retain the Wargrave Challenge Cup this year, that club women's 8 event at Henley. So we're expecting Vesta there, number 15.
Getting chased down by, it looks like, your old university, Imperial.
Imperial College Boat Club. You might hear some cheers.
And it seems like Imperial have overtaken quite a few people, being bow number 17, overtaken.
Yeah, super job. Bit of a double bucket going on in the Imperial shell today. Very proud of my friends and past teammates there, straight by Orla Johnson. We've got Lizzie Witt, an under-23 medalist there in the 7th seat, and who was second at trials a couple of weeks ago. And there's a big cluster of crews coming down now. So we've got Nottingham
and it looks like Headington School are looking to overtake University of Nottingham here.
Yeah.
Great to see that Headington School carry on from last year, obviously taking the win at Women's Head last year.
Absolutely, and the 6th seat has the 5k British record, but says her biggest contribution to any boat is her call, so maybe we'll catch some knowledge here. And we've got London Rowing Club hot on their heels after them. Another one of my old teammates, Aoife there, putting some watts down in the 5 seat. They had a pretty good start to the year. They won the women's quad at the Remnham, and they're hot on the heels of Nottingham and Headington ahead of them. So that's London Rowing Club with the sort of white blades. They are crew number 20. So we're down the first 20 crews, and we've got another Thames boat coming down. Thames number 22. Very tidy looking crew. I think we're now on Thames D, but it's hard to keep track, and you wouldn't know by looking at them. Some very high quality women's crews coming down here.
And what's that? That looks like Henley to me, Henley Rowing Club.
Yeah, I think Henley were number 21, so perhaps that Thames crew has overtaken them there. But Henley, another junior crew, doing very, very well to be so far up the start order and looking very sharp coming down past us now. I mean, they've had a big history in women's rowing, so... Oh, great. So we've got some current results. We've got Leander Brooks, Thames UL, Brooksby, Cambridge. Yeah, I should try and open the results myself. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Imogen.
Is that Imogen Grant? As in world champion Imogen Grant?
Do we get a yes or no in the comments, please?
Okay, so there should be a big gap coming up. So we're about 25 crews in, and I think we've got crew 50 have come past our photographers to give you a sense of how long this course is. I mean, it's probably about 20 minute race, give or take. And here we've got Thames something. Thames is 5th crew, I think we've seen come past now, whatever letter of the alphabet that is. Looking very strong here. You know, definitely very impressive. I think they probably have the biggest entry of any club here at Women's Head. Might need a fact check on that.
And I believe that's Upper Thames?
Yeah, I think you might be right. Crew 26, Upper Thames, in the sort of navy colours. Oh, it is Imogen Grant. Super.
Thank you very much for that info.
Commentate than we are.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty cool. We've got
Molesey coming down next, I believe, after Upper Thames.
Yes, I believe this is Molesey's B crew coming down.
It seems like quite a new team that are starting the senior squad, but it seems that they've got a big intention to make big gains coming into the regatta season, which is always good, which is not that far away. It's on our doorstep, regatta season.
Yeah, and it looks like we've got Tideway Sculler School coming down now. I think this is crew 28, Test Peak at 6. Is that girl standing in all the GB under-19 8 picks in Paris? So a junior world champion in the women's 8, after, you know, in that epic final. So that's pretty cool. Tideway Scullers are in those distinctive red and yellow colours. And who's that now?
It seems like that is Tyne United coming down next a lot of Blue Star ex-Blue Star rowers in that boat. I believe Anna van der Braak's in that boat as well. Great to see Tyne coming down as well. Really strong results at Henley, which I believe are also coached by Alex Lee. So Alex Lee does Newcastle Women's and then also the Tyne coaching as well, which is great to see.
So we should then in a second, you should be seeing Vesta, who I think are crew 24, Rosina Shire, who are students at Imperial, came from a United Hospitals College boat club in the final year of the degrees, and Shire soon to become a doctor, which is wicked. Coming past, and perhaps you're now seeing just after them, it'll be another Blue Star crew in the distinctive sort of blue colours. I guess that's self-explanatory.
Yeah, that Blue Star is very, very easy to see. You see it straight away. You know exactly what it is. A lot of history behind that Blue Star blade as well.
And then that looks to me like Cantabrigian, Cantab's crew number 31, who finished in the top 3 in the provincial category every year since 2016, winning in 2017 and 2022. And members of this crew have raced the Oxford Blue Boat, Blondie and Cambridge. So a lot of calibre in that crew, coming down number 31 in the sort of navy colours, and following them I believe that is City of Bristol in the green, just balancing this commentary form and the start list. Yes, crew number 30, City of Bristol Rowing Club, and then I can see another Durham University Boat Club B, number 32 in the distinctive, is it Platinate?
I'm not sure.
It's purple anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, and then another cluster of crews coming down here.
Nice little race coming down here. That ours seems to be number 34, which will come into your sights soon.
34. 6 of these athletes are new to UL this year, so I think this is probably a ULB boat, otherwise known as the Stuvie after their volunteer coach Stu Pearce. Oh, and this is the crew that their S&C coach is Gary Barlow's son, which is a pretty good fact.
Do I need to start singing Gary Barlow songs then?
I think
would you recommend not? No? Okay.
Maybe their Cox is saying take that or something. Was that the joke that got made earlier? That is horrendous.
And then what was that? 35 beside them is Agecroft. No, it's not. I think it was Nottingham Rowing Club, number 33.
Yes, it looks to me like Nottingham Rowing Club, sort of blue and gold colours.
There we go.
Coming down there. And then we've got, this is Agecroft now in the red, soon to come onto your screens. Their crew number 35.
And we have another Oxford Brooks boat coming down. This is their D boat now, bow number 36. Lots of cheers from the other Brooks boats that are starting to paddle up now to put their boats away. But it's great to see the guys that have raced the course still have that energy to cheer on their teammates. That camaraderie is right there. I think that's our second school crew. That seems like Shipley College coming down the course now.
It sure is, coached by Dan. I want Sifdari.
I'm going to go with Siftari. If we've butchered that, I really do apologise.
Category last year, also known on social media by the name Boppy Bees.
So I suppose if you want to give the Boppy Bees a follow on Instagram, go ahead. But I suggest you follow AllMarkOne first.
Then crew 37 soon to come onto your screens.
And I believe that is Aberdeen University / Robert Gordon University. So you have the two universities in Aberdeen, Robert Gordon and Aberdeen. So it's great to see the two clubs come together. They've got their boat race up there. A lot of my fellow Scottish rowers ended up going to those universities. Really good programme up there. It's great to see them make the journey down. I mean, it's quite the lengthy journey, but it's great to see these university athletes coming down to Women's Head and participating.
Absolutely. It looks like we've got a bit of a gap now, so I'll just fill you in on those numbers. The top 10 as it stands at the moment are Leander Club A, Oxford Brookes University Boat Club A, Thames Rowing Club A, that's your top 3. In 4th, University of London Boat Club. 5th, Oxford Brookes University B. 6th, Cambridge University. 7th, Molesey Boat Club. 8th, Thames Rowing Club B. 9th, Leander Club B. And 10th, Newcastle University A. So we've got another crew coming to your screen now.
And I believe this is Worcestershire. I've just butchered that name. I'm going to blame it on the Scottish accent, Lucinda.
think that's fair.
Worcester, we'll go with that. Rowing club, bow number 39, I believe. Closely followed by Lee Rowing Club, another London rowing club here.
Yeah, Lee in that distinctive orange. And they are crew number 41 for those watching at home. It's not Sir William Perkins School, is it?
It is indeed. Bow number 42, I believe that's Sir William Perkins coming down now. Our third school crew. It's great to see these school crews getting mixed in with these senior athletes where they can really test themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think both of us coming through this school system, it's great to try and test yourself against these capable athletes.
Absolutely, and as an athlete, it's really exciting, isn't it, when you get to line up on the start line with some, you've got Olympic medalists and everything in between. New school rowers, new novice rowers who picked it up, in adulthood. That's very exciting.
And we have the Scottish Argonauts coming down now as well, which is a great way to bring Scottish athletes together. Not having the biggest rowing scene compared to England, it's great to get these athletes together to hopefully put them all together for home international regatta.
Absolutely.
And I think they're overtaking, or Vesta are overtaking.
Number 43, who won Quinton Head into 2. Bowseat's been rowing 15 years, but this is her first time at WEHORR,
wow.
So that's great to get that experience today. And it looks like Surbiton High School in the green, another school crew coming through. They've had, a lot of very successful athletes in the past few years, winning medals at, the under-19 championships, I believe. One of their athletes won a medal in that women's 4 at the under-19s, which is the first medal for GB in that boat class since, I think, 12 years or something like that. So very exciting there. And a very strong programme coming through. So another few crews coming down. I think this is Mortlake Anglian.
It is indeed, bow number 47, completing in the club and senior.
I don't recognise
and
that.
they've overtaken number 46, which is Teddy's, or St Edward's School.
They had a good year, didn't they, last year? They won, I think, a fours medal at Nat Schools, and their male counterparts won the Princess Elizabeth. And this looks like Lee Rowing Club coming down after him in that orange, and Edinburgh University B looking very racy coming past us now in the light blue.
Definitely. I mean, that's bow number 51 for that Edinburgh B boat, so they've definitely overtaken a few crews down the stretch, trying to keep that power on all the way to the end.
Looks like crew 49 coming down afterwards. We've got in our commentary form, they are coxed by Oliver James, who coxed the GB rowing team's LTA mixed cox 4 to Paralympic gold and 3 successive World Championship titles. Coached by Mike Partridge, a renowned motivational poet who is available for weddings. So if you're having a wedding anytime soon, looks like you should contact Mike Partridge.
It seems you will. I don't have anything coming up. I'm only 22, so that's fine for me. And the next boat as well, it seems to be Marlow Rowing Club, which seems to be their senior boat, but also have a great junior women's program as well. But also great club, a lot of history. So it's really good to see all these historical clubs coming down the course.
Absolutely, and it looks like crew 48 there, Putney Town Rowing Club in the yellow boat there with the navy colours, and I think we should have a little bit of a gap now. So just to remind you of the top positions, I will read you from number 1. Currently in first place, Leander Club A. Second, Oxford Brooks A. Third, Thames Rowing Club A. Fourth, University London Boat Club A. Fifth, Oxford Brooks University B. Sixth, Cambridge University. Seventh, Molesey Boat Club. Eighth, Thames Rowing Club B. Ninth, Leander B. And 10th, Newcastle Rowing Club. And to move then into the positions 11 to 20. In 11th place, we have Oxford Brooks C, 12th Durham, 13th Edinburgh, 14th Thames Rowing Club D, 15th London Rowing Club, 16th Edinburgh University B, 17th Headington School Oxford, so very impressive there from a junior crew, 18th Thames C, so I think that's 4, oh, hold on a second, 19th Upper Thames, and 20th Thames E, so that is 5 crews in the top 20 from Thames Rowing Club today, which is no easy feat, and that is a very impressive display of club women's rowing.
And it's great to see a club that's really competitive. You know, everyone's competing for that seat in the top boats, and it shows throughout the whole year, especially when we get to Henley. I seem to remember last year speaking to quite a lot of people, and Thames came up every time because they were in so many quarterfinals, semi-finals, finals, and actually winning stuff as well. So
yeah, very, very impressive. So that's great to see for Thames. And yeah, top three there: Leander, Brooks, Thames. And we should have a bit of a gap now, so that's the first 50 crews down. If you're interested in rugby,
I'm very disappointed. Italy have just beaten Scotland. Thanks for that comment, Alex Charles. You've ruined my day.
Condolences.
St Andrews Boat Club Juniors giving a little shout out to Scottish Argonauts. We have shouted them out for you. There you go. But yes, we have seems like a little gap at the moment. I can see some crews coming down in the trees, but there will be more racing coming up. But as we see our crews that have finished just paddling up to get their boats away.
Indeed, I think there are 164 crews in this slightly shortened draw today, so we're about a third of the way through, give or take.
And here we go, Brooks A, we're only 2 seconds behind Leander. A, I believe that is, which is, once again, phenomenal to see a university crew being able to compete with the calibre of Leander like that.
Absolutely, and it looks like on these are provisional times, I'm sure, just under 19 minutes for those top three crews. And we're actually going to move back to the racing now because it looks like we have crew 54,
which is London Rowing Club B. Making their way down, rowing really well. Looks like they're coming together. You can sometimes find when you're coming to the end of these events, you can get a wee bit sluggish. Everyone's a bit tired, but the standard of rowing so far has been really good. Everything's looking really clean. Thankfully, the conditions have stayed quite nice. Nice flat water. But it seems like we might have another larger gap. So we'll stay with. London Rowing Club as long as possible, if Callum can keep them there, because unfortunately there's not much going on. Let us know if you have any questions again in the chat. Are you going to Junior Interregionals Regatta?
I'm sure
we will
are.
be. Look, we try to go to every event possible, especially this year. I think we've added multiple heads that we've never been to before. Multiple regattas as well. We're growing the team here at AllMarkOne. So we're trying to attend as many events as possible. Obviously there will be some events that we might not be able to make it to, but throughout the season we're trying to go as many as possible.
We'll just cut to some racing, and then I've seen a comment. I will try and read you the crews placed 21st to 30th in just 1 second. But it looks like another Newcastle crew are coming down. I think that'll be Newcastle C.
Yes, that is Newcastle C coming down the course now. Closely followed by the University of Bristol A.
And just as you see, this is Newcastle and University of Bristol on your screens coming past there. We haven't got any commentary information, but two pretty strong university programs. Bristol definitely been on the up the last couple of years and looking pretty tidy coming past us now. And just there'll be a gap in a second. 21st place, Tideway Scullers. 22nd, Shiplake. 23, ULB. 24, Imperial. 25, Nottingham University A. 26, Cantabs. 27, London B. 28th, Durham B. 29th, Henley Rowing Club. And 30th, Oxford Brooks D. So that's places 21 to 30. And just in a second, we've got another crew coming past.
I believe that's crew number 58. Who is another Upper Thames boat. We have Upper Thames Club B boat, looking very strong coming through, closely followed by Glasgow University, my hometown. Go on Glasgow, come on. Looking very strong. Glasgow University's definitely had a revamp in the last few years. Great seeing these Scottish clubs coming down to these larger events. You don't see them that often. But it looks like we have another Thames boat.
So I think
Thames boat
F. Yeah,
overtaking.
Wicked.
I think that might be
looking awesome coming past there, and I'm not sure who's on the other side of them. Actually,
I think that might be Derby Rowing Club.
Super. So Derby Rowing Club number 59 and Thames Rowing Club number 56 there. In Thames in that yellow boat and Derby on the far side of them in the white boat shell. And another little gap here. Yeah, it feels pretty chilly up here, but lots of crews just in all-in-ones or in t-shirts, braving the wind out there on their paddle back.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I could never race in too many layers. I just felt quite restricted. So you get used to the cold.
You do get used to the cold.
You don't get used to the cold sat up here.
No.
You know. And it looks like that's bow number 62 coming down now. That's University of London.
Yes, that's ULC. Coming down now. That's the third eight from University of London. They're based up in Chiswick, up near the start line. And it looks like they're being chased by, I believe that would be Edinburgh C.
That would indeed be University C, who are actually going for a time-only race today. Interesting.
Oh, and another cluster of crews. We've got nearly bow to stern here. It looks like crew 65.
Which is the University of Exeter Club A.
Their boat is named Vlad the Impaler, so hopefully they've not impaled any other crews during this race. Got a few athletes who started as novices there. An athlete represented GB at the European Beach Sprint, so that's a good mix of athletes there, good experience. You know, the beach sprints is now coming to the Olympics in a couple of years, so exciting to see how that progresses. And after them,
it seems to be Reading Rowing Club, bow number 61.
And then soon we have another Blue Star crew here from Newcastle.
Indeed, that's their D boat. Who will always try and finish very strong programme by Angelo Savarino, if I can say that properly. Angelino, the wrong one. Very testing programme up in Newcastle, cold weather, but Newcastle always tend to finish really strong.
Yeah, renowned that testing programme, at least coming from the perspective of another university.
Definitely, and it seems like, I believe that's City of Oxford coming down now, crew number 66.
Six-seat Hazel Waite came 8th in the lightweight 23 to 39 age category at the World Rowing Indoor Championships in Prague last month.
That was quite an exciting watch, actually. I'm not really a world indoor fan, but it seems like we had quite a lot of good content from it. One of our guys in the team, Kit Whitaker, was out there filming World Rowing. Seemed like quite a good event. Great to see. We have another couple of crews coming down.
Nip and tuck, that looks like the University of Birmingham in the black boat on the far side, and nearer to us, in the green,
I believe that is a University of Exeter Club Boat B.
That sounds about right.
So Birmingham University. That was bad. I shouldn't do accent, should I?
We shouldn't be commentators, but Birmingham had a good, Katie Moore, remember, was there last year?
Of course, yeah.
A very strong sculler, sort of on the edges now of the GB senior team. And I think they had another few good results, so I'm afraid I'm not read up enough to know all the rest of those. And our friend George, previously the captain there, another AllMarkOne team member.
And Callum, of course.
And Callum, the man panning the camera, of course. And we've got Wallingford Rowing Club, who should be soon coming to your screens there in that red and blue kit. They've had a few years away from WEHORR, but excited to return and see where they fit in the rankings. So great to have them back down here. They'll be helping to host Wallingford Regatta at Dorney Lake in a few months' time and welcoming many of today's competitors there. Wallingford is a great event.
100%. Normally good weather as well, which...
Yeah, a bit warmer than it is today.
Yeah, you can get the shorts on.
I would say Wallingford's probably one of the first sort of regatta events of the season, of the summer season, rather.
No, definitely.
So that's great, and great to have those athletes chipping in to run the event, because these events don't run without a very big team of dedicated volunteers. It's no mean feat putting on. I think the men's and women's heads of river are some of the biggest sporting events in Europe. Might need a fact check on that, but
I can't say anything, but it seems quite truthful.
10 athletes, about 300 crews normally, a bit short today, and that looks like Nottingham University on your screen there, probably their B or C crew.
It looks like their B boat.
They are crew number 70, just to orient you in the start order, and this looks like UCL coming down after them in the purple and blue, followed by I want to say Bristol or Vesta, can't quite see, I think it's Bristol.
Yeah, University of Bristol B boat. yeah, Nottingham University obviously having the Water Sports Centre as their home, really good place where they've held quite a few events in the year. Having that on your doorstep is really handy. Can we get a wee bit choppy sometimes with the headwinds, but a really good place to train.
That's rowing for you. And this looks like Crew 71, that's Tyne Amateur Rowing Club B, and on the far side of them,
I want to say that is
could be Brooks E?
Brooks. Yeah, I think it is. I think
blades.
it's Brooks E. Obviously, Brooks normally rowing with the burgundy, white, and blue blades, but it looks like they're rowing with the white blades today. I'm going to guess that's probably more of a novice boat, beginner boat, which is great to see. Novices getting the chance and beginners the chance to come down the course.
A lot of athletes, learn at university these days, and it's a great route into rowing for a lot of very successful athletes. We have a strong junior program here in the UK, but a lot of people get the opportunity to try rowing at university. Think of all the college boat clubs at Oxford and Cambridge and the many other university programs. So great to see.
I've just been asked if you've considered bringing airs to warm yourselves up. I quit rowing for a reason, so that will not be happening. I think heaters do the job nicely. Teddy seemed to be 49th overall.
It is very cold. So the few results for the schools, I think it's probably still Headington in the lead. You can see Shiplake on their row back now. I will get the results again for you in a second.
And we've seen before, these provisional results go up and sometimes they aren't correct, sometimes they are correct. So there can be certain places that might not be timed correctly. So it's always good to wait until the official results come out. But that provisional results give you a good indicator of what's going on. I seem to remember I was ahead of the river a couple of years ago where there was milliseconds in it between.
Absolutely, it can be really tight. Even though the race is 20 minutes long, it can be very, very tight at the top spots and throughout the draw to get those placings. So always worth waiting for those final results before getting too excited.
I believe the crew coming down now is Old Collegians, Neptune and Dublin University, so a bit of a composite crew coming over from Ireland. Great to see them making the journey. I believe they're overtaking Clydesdale Amateur Rowing Club. Composite actually with Strathclyde University. Great to see Scottish Club rowing up on the Clyde coming down for this event. Oxford Amateur Rowing Club coming onto your screens now as well.
That's crew number 75, previously Oxford Academicals. So they've got a new name, age range of about 30 years in the boat, more than 20 academic degrees between us, 6 different countries. But unfortunately, they're losing their current boathouse and they will be starting a big fundraising drive to try to keep the club going the next few days. So fellow rowers, please be on the lookout. And it'd be great to support them. It's not a cheap sport, but it brings a lot to so many people. So if you have the ability to do so, it'd be great to lend a hand there to Oxford Amateur Rowing Club to support them in keeping somewhere to row. And
I believe that's another Tyne boat. I think that's their third boat coming down the course on your screens now. Up from the northeast of England, obviously Newcastle area. Cold conditions, they're probably used to this now.
Absolutely. I've been to Buckshead in Newcastle a couple of times and it was, in professional terms, bloody freezing. February up there on the Tyne.
And I believe we have a couple of overseas crews coming down the course now. We had the first one of Dublin University come down the course, and this is SD Santiago Tarak. I probably ruined that name, I do apologise.
I wonder where they're from actually, I don't know. I've never heard of that boat club before.
I'm unsure, but they look a very clean crew, rowing well together. You do tend to find these overseas crews get put down the pecking order ever so slightly.
Yeah, just the first few numbers on the start order will be from based on previous results at the Women's Head. So if you've not been in recent years, you will be started down maybe a bit lower down the order. So it could really shake things up at the top. You never know. We'll keep an eye on those results.
I believe they are being followed by Rudder Club Tago 1886 with a composite with Thames Rowing Club as well. So if you can't fit all your Thames crew into a boat, you can put them into a composite, it seems. Rowing this overseas category as well. I don't think you're going to make the journey over if you don't think you have a chance of winning.
No. Great to see. I think there is an overseas pennant that they'll be competing for.
I do apologise if you're hearing a bit of wind noise up here. It's getting a wee bit blustery up here now. This London weather is having fun. We just have a wee bit more of a gap as these crews start to come down now. I believe that's bow number 86, which is another overseas crew. I believe they're from Sweden, actually.
Malmo in Sweden.
Yeah, Malmo
Family who live there.
Rods Club. Oh, very fun.
Yeah, I think it's quite near Copenhagen, but I can't give you any more details, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I'm guessing they drove the boats over, not rowed them over. I would like to think. That was an awful joke. I do apologise. But yeah, crew from Sweden, great to see rowing here at WEHORR. And it seems to be every year on year, this event starts to grow more, which is great for the sport, for women's rowing, especially so near to International Women's Day.
Yeah, International Women's Day yesterday. This is the first year we're seeing an equal number of male and female athletes at the Olympics this year in Paris, which is very exciting. I think it's an equal number of seats in rowing since Tokyo. But
wow. That's really good to see, and obviously Olympic year. Very close to London now. In Paris, looked very strong at the World Cup just there, our GB team. So hopefully we can get some really good results from the Olympics. On your screen now, I believe that's London Rowing Club D. Their force boat coming down, actually in the Masters category. Great to see everyone rowing together, looking clean all together, coming down to these final stages. And as I look over my shoulder, there seems to be another large gap. So we will try and keep you entertained whilst we wait for these crews to come down. See if we have, obviously if you have any questions, please just throw them into the chat.
Unfortunately my phone has died, so we'll try and get you the results up online instead. Unless
Imogen wants to throw us the results once again, very handy. So I get an advert on my computer. I think I see a couple of crews coming down now, taking quite a tight line it looks like.
Helicopter overhead there.
It's coming to pick me up later, take me back to East London. Looks like we have bow number 92 here, which is Walton Rowing Club, also competing in this Masters pennant, which is great to see. Closely followed by crew 103, which is quite a big composite crew of Quinton, UT Upper Thames Rowing Club, Stratford, Walton, Strathclyde, Guildford, and Dunaby Sports Rowing Club. Wow, great to see all the different colours coming down, different blades coming down the course, looking really strong actually, competing for that Masters pennant. Sorry. I think we tend to find that now more in the sort of the Masters category, more of these composite crews coming together, which is great because obviously different styles of rowing, but they coming across your screen now, they look really confident, really together, pushing through to that last few hundred meters. Passing us now in the commentary box, we have bow number 101, which is Broxbourne Rowing Club A. I do try to get notes from as many athletes as possible before these events. Obviously, further events coming up and you hear us here, please try and get your form in. Tell us about your crew, little jokes or something that we can commentate in the live stream. You can look after and you can find yourself. I'm just getting a message now from one of the guys, one of the team on the bank or the bridge, that they are currently uploading photos. So if you're a parent or a supporter and you want to have a look at the racing photos, please head over to www.allmark.one, where you can find all of the race images uploading live. We try to get those up as soon as possible after racing. Some guys are able to upload live, which is great. You'll also see the apps there.
Photos from the bank, I think, are uploading, but there will also be photos from the bridge. So bear that in mind. We have 2 angles for photography and also a videographer on site. So there should be a video clip available to purchase, probably not quite live, but a little bit after racing. So keep an eye out for that. And we've got a big cluster of crews here now.
We're doing this. We have Putney Town Rowing Club coming to you first on your screens. Nice local. It seems that big composite was quite further ahead, clearly overtaking quite a few crews. Tideway scullers coming onto your screens now. Very distinctive colours, easy to tell. Closely followed by that Marlow Masters boat as well. And what seems to be
a Thames, or maybe Thames composite, and then I'm not sure on the crew after them. Apparently
unfortunately, they don't have a bow number. It's been knocked off, so I'm not able to. Believe that is an overseas masters crew on the end of that there. Rudder Club Tegel from Germany, which is great to see. Obviously, is it the Heineken Cup they have over there? Is it Germany? The
Heineken's in Amsterdam.
Amsterdam, close enough.
I think I want to say it's next weekend, because I know Imperial and Thames and a few other local clubs are heading out there. And this looks like another Masters crew. It looks to me maybe Marlow or perhaps Wallingford Rowing Club there, using an Imperial boat and blades.
It is indeed. It's crew 112, which is Upper Thames Rowing Club, Sheffield, Wallingford, Viner Rowing Club, Marlow and Thames Rowing Club. Great to see these composites come together, rowing really well together.
Absolutely.
I don't think I could be rowing at their age.
No, I'm not sure about that.
No, but it's great to see a really long, obviously long course. Phenomenal to see these athletes continuing down the course, in which the weather has held off nicely.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It can be much worse out here, but it is a little bit chilly. Perhaps you can hear it in my voice. Should have brought more layers, as always. And there's another crew coming soon onto your screens. I think it's Putney Town. It's a little hard to see the bow numbers.
I believe that's 108 that's passing us now. I will get my binoculars up. Correct. Crew number 108 coming onto your screens now.
We've got a big cluster of crews coming down now in a second. It looks like Kingston Rowing Club, Wallingford Rowing Club, and perhaps that's Walton. Can't quite see from there. Coming down neck and neck down this last final stretch of the race.
That's correct. It's Walton Rowing Club D who just comes down the rear of those 2 crews coming down, Wallingford and KRC. A lot of Masters racing here, which is really good to see.
Yeah, I think there's a strong Masters contingent in the UK, which is great to see. I mean, rowing from all levels and age groups, from junior all the way up to senior, university and masters. Masters rowing, for those not familiar, from when you are, I think it's 27 and up. There are sort of various banded categories of different age groups, and I'm sure a lot of rowing prowess and expertise amongst some of these crews, would have gone on to perhaps, international representation in their younger years and still show the youths of today how it's done.
No, definitely.
Great to see.
I believe you have on your screen now crew number 121, which is another composite boat of Medway Town, Bedford, Wycliffe, Walton, Leicester and Sheffield City. It seems to be the last crew competing for that Masters pennant. Best of luck to all Masters crews in that area. Let's a bit of a break now, whilst we wait for more crews to come down the river, as we move into the Challenge pennant, which is awarded to the highest placed crew whose crew number have been rowing for over 2 years and have not reached the late stages of significant national competitions as defined by the detailed rules. I've just read that off a piece of paper. I hope that's correct.
Yeah, I don't know all the details of that, but I guess it's a sort of introductory level pennant, I suppose, because these, those top pennants will be going to some very experienced athletes, and it's great to have sort of the grassroots per se, and people who've maybe not been rowing for so many years and competing amongst other athletes of a similar level.
So it seems to be Barnesbridge Ladies Rowing Club A coming onto your screen now.
It's crew number 123, and I think this is Leeds University following them. Have a look at the colours.
Who are
perhaps Nottingham
going for the academic.
Yes, and then following them in the yellow boat, that's crew 125. Ooh, big cheer from inside the boat there. That's number 125, Nottingham Rowing Club B.
Starting to really up that rate there. I can imagine the legs are burning slightly.
Yes,
probably
absolutely.
forearms as well. Probably whole body's hurting there.
Yeah, rowing a pretty savage full body sport. And this looks like University College Dublin, but maybe Cambridge 99, similar colours, and the sort of sky blue and gold coming down now. And that's Cambridge 99, one of the many clubs located on the Cam in Cambridge. Big sort of college rowing scene there, but also a few town clubs. And it looks like Oriel Kensington following them in the green and pink colours.
Olivia Joy saying well done to Warwick Boat Club number 163 and 165 for getting two boats together. First decent race since 2023 due to the floods. Great to see.
The flooding's been really quite terrible the last couple of weeks. Pretty tough. A lot of people not able to train on the water, so great they get a race here. Perhaps their preparation hasn't been, as straightforward as they would have liked, but some really great racing going on here today, all the same. And it looks like London Rowing Club C, 128, coming down, and following them, it looks like another Tideway Scullers boat in that red and yellow club colours that we described before.
The Ronald McDonald colours, very significant.
I don't know if that's politically correct, but...
Oh, okay. Nice long row back up to the club.
Someone loves Rory White's voice.
Thank you, Henry.
Sorry, my voice
Cheers
is
to
up to scratch though.
Imaging coming through with the results. Again, it seems like Vesta B are 43rd, Vesta C 69th, and Vesta D 41st.
Super. Vesta, another local club in London, for those not aware.
Yeah.
And looks like we've got another gap there.
Is that a little bit of AllMarkOne branding I see on that Tideway boat?
It sure
It is.
Things we love to see. Back from our days, we used to do a sponsorship program the last couple of years, which was super, providing free imagery to clubs. We love supporting clubs around here, building relationships. We'd go down and do private shoots. If you're interested in a private shoot, get in touch. we're always available, especially if there's racing cancelled. So do let us know, and we'll do our best to come out with your club.
A little factoid from Sebastian Walker: 2.2 the population in Cambridge row across university, school and town clubs.
That's a
Did
great
not know that fact. Thank you very much. I will keep that in the pocket for our next live stream.
Yeah, wicked. 2%. So imagine 2 in every 100 people in Cambridge.
Well, 2.2. So there's
two and a bit.
2 and a bit. Imogen coming through with these school results as well. Overall, so Headington 17th, Shiplake 22nd, Henley 32nd, and Somerton 46th.
And if I'm correct, so this is an Olympic year. I think Imogen was stroking the GB women's sculling 8 that raced here last year. I guess this close to the Olympics, we don't see many of the CU team out competing, but great to see the GB team engaging with the sort of overall UK rowing that's going on. I'm sure the favourite return a lot of people. I've got tickets to see the Olympics couple months. Couple months
away. Yeah.
But great to see that engagement across the board from the senior athletes. There might be people rowing with these school crews that will go on to race for the either under 19 or under 23 and senior teams in the future. So that is really lovely to see.
Definitely. And as we pan back to the racing now, 3 crews coming down here. We have crew 133, which is Marlow Rowing Club B, followed closely by Imperial University, and coming down the end of that is crew 134, which is Curlew Rowing Club.
Just going to give a shout out in 131. I think coxing there is Savindu, who's learnt cox at Imperial this year. Already got a Bucks Head medal, maybe 2.
Wow, that's pretty good going. Congratulations.
One of those examples of learning to row at university, and lots of great girls there in that boat, coming down to the finish now for Imperial.
Seems we have York City Rowing Club coming down, looking really strong, starting to up that rating, coming down towards the finish line.
Absolutely.
Finish strong. It can be tough when you're rowing by yourself and you don't have any crews around you to know sort of what speed you're doing.
Yeah, they look very racy coming down. That's 135 York City. And I think this is Royal Chester, is it? Coming down number 136.
It is indeed 136. This crew containing 2 first-time WEHORR competitors in the second and third seat, as well as 2 girls that learned to row at Royal Chester's adults. Very proud is on our commentary farm, so that's great to see.
Yeah, and it's we have a good club rowing scene in the UK and learn to row programs. Family members of some of my friends who've learnt to row as an adult at Vesta or other clubs around the country, so that's great to see. And then getting the opportunity to race on a big stage like this at Women's Head is great to see. So we've got another bit of gap now, but then we've got 2 crews coming down neck and neck.
Bow ball to bow ball, as some coxers would say. I'm going to get my binoculars out to see who this is.
I want to say it's Twickenham in the navy and pink colours, and nearer to us, perhaps it's Glasgow University B.
It seems like Twickenham Rowing Club A137 and Glasgow University coming through on the inside closest to us, rowing through, upping it. Great to see these athletes. Slightly long time waiting up at the start, but still able to roll through, come to the end.
Absolutely.
Really strong finish.
And it's quite exciting actually, isn't it? If you're in a head race, it can be quite lonely. You're going down sort of time trial format, but then you get to experience having a crew side by side, pushing you down to the closing stage of the race is really great to see.
Definitely, and it looks like
in a basket coming past there on the embankment.
A bit more of a gap, it seems like, but it looks like Glasgow are pushing for that clear water over Twickenham. Blade work still looking really clean, great to see. And what seems like headwind conditions almost.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't say the wind's died down a little bit since we were up here earlier. The flags along the embankment there are a little bit more quiet, more stable. But the last crew on the start order is 283. We're about 140. So I want to say we're halfway through, at least in the numbers. I don't know what the distribution of the crews is, given the cutting down of the draw. But it looks like, I want to say this is either Exeter or City of Bristol coming down now.
It is indeed, it is City of Bristol in that dark green. A lot of clubs go for that dark green, but yes, that is the City of Bristol Rowing
I think
Club B.
these City of Bristol athletes should be getting a dark green AllMarkOne hat.
They can indeed, which they can get in the store.
Would look good with their club colours, wouldn't it?
Would indeed.
And this light blue, perhaps it's St Hilda and St Bede College. They're in Oxford. I think they're in Oxford College.
I believe they are. Yeah.
My knowledge of the college isn't so good. And then another cluster of crews coming down after that. I want to say that's Star Club 142 in the red and blue. And then maybe Liverpool University Boat Club A 143. And then perhaps Exeter University coming down, Exeter C 144, hot on their heels, followed by, looks to me like City of Oxford Rowing Club B, so most likely number 141 with the red and blue blades. Star Club crew coxed by Neve Rigby and straight by Neve McBride. Got a double Neve in there.
Plus Chloe, Emma, Rachel, Katie, Rosie, and former club junior Charlotte and current junior Izzy. Shout out to that crew. Thank you for your comments.
Got another crew soon coming down here. I want to say it's, I actually don't know, the orange
I think
colours.
that's Grosvenor Rowing Club and Chester A.
Number 146 coming past now, sort of orange and navy colours and hot on their heels. It looks like City of Cambridge to me. Number 145
does indeed. Almost half the crew just joined the club from Cambridge College Rowing.
So no wonder 2.2% of the Cambridge population do rowing if you learn at university and then stick it out and carry on at one of the local clubs, which is great to see. City of Cambridge coming past there. Yeah, so we're just at the top of page 4 of 5 of this draw. So coming into the last few crews now, I think. Another cluster of crews coming up soon in a second. Following City of Cambridge will be coming to your screens in any second now.
Seems to be crew 149, which is St Andrew Boat Club, all the way up in Scotland. Great to see that coming down.
And I think, is this 148 ahead of them?
That is University College Oxford / Martlet Boat Club.
It's a composite crew of current and former Oxford University students, mainly University College and their alumni club, the Martlets. So that's great to see. A few universities like Imperial, Newcastle, University of London have an alumni club, and you'll see them racing at events across the year. And great ways to keep the alumni engaged, because university rowing is a very important part of the university experience for a lot of people. So great to see that.
100%. Totally agree there.
And I think that's Mortlake following them in the sort of black, red and white colours. They're number 147 on your screen now. And then we do have another little bit of a gap. So if you're looking for the results, they are available. There's a link on the Women's Head Twitter, or X, as it's now known. Just a reminder, number 1, we had Leander, Brooks, Thames, UL, Brooks, Cambridge, Molesey, Thames, Leander in that top 10. So that was the 1, 2, 3, Leander, Brooks, Thames. Thames also taking the club award. Cambridge University taking the university pennant. And Thames B taking the Thames Senior Club pennant, or if that's correct, or maybe Brooks take the senior. I don't know quite how it works. But the fastest junior crew was Headington, who placed 18th overall, very impressive from then. And it looks like London Rowing Club won the medium club pennant. Another crew now on our screens.
seems to be Globe Rowing Club coming onto your screens now. Another
Shout out to Alice and Naomi, good friends of mine, and whatever the word is, we went to Imperial together, raced a bit together. Alice coxing and Naomi at stroke from Globe Rowing Club. Looking good.
There
Apparently the sunglasses Alice is wearing have actually won the World Championships 3 times, or won a world medal or something 3 times.
Wouldn't want to drop those in the Thames.
Well, no.
No.
Hopefully they're still on the back of her head, but looking good coming down to the finish there. Globe and another couple of crews following them there. Looks like
St Andrews University and Collingwood College Boat Club.
Collingwood or Durham University College crew, are they?
I am unsure. St Andrews University Boat Club getting sort of not a reconstruction, but getting revamped, I'd say. A few new coaches coming into that system in the last couple of years. Really great to see. Really strong university name. Seen that crew race over the last few years. It looks really strong. Great to see that university up where it should be.
And looks like Oriel Kensington with the green and pink blades. After them should be crew number 152. And following them, I can't quite see it. I think it might be a college crew, or it might be Imperial College School of Medicine. We'll see in a second.
Could be Hatfield College.
It's quite hard to see the crew numbers, I'm afraid, from up here. Yeah, so that was 153 Hatfield College. And following them there,
I believe it's crew 150. But no, it's not. That's completely wrong. It's crew 155, which is Imperial College School of Medicine Boat Club.
super, yeah, Imperial College School of Medicine boat club based out of Imperial. There's 2 boat clubs. There's the sort of main Imperial College boat club, and then there's the medics club. They compete, and there's a good scene here. The sort of United Hospital, so the London medical schools have boat clubs, and they have sort of their own racing program, which is pretty exciting.
I'm liking those multicoloured tops that they're racing
Yeah,
in.
they look awesome.
Very easy, very distinctive to see.
Yeah, so great to see lots of athletes here from Imperial racing today.
It's also great to see, even if you're not involved with the main club, that there's still options at universities to come down and get involved into rowing, which is obviously what we want to grow the sport as much as possible. So these guys that are these medical degrees, which
Yeah,
I kind of did a medical
tough.
degree.
yeah, I did bioengineering. Well, according to the COVID organisers, it was medically aligned.
Ah, nice.
Anyhow,
And it looks like that is crew number 156, which is Van
Mildert.
Mildert Boat Club.
And I believe they're another Durham College Boat Club, Van Mildert. And looks like Walton A, number 160, will be coming onto your screens in a second.
Looks like we've got quite a lot of fans of Hatfield in the chat here. Come on, Hatfield, Hatfield, Hatfield. Great to see the coming through. Remember to like this if you're enjoying the live stream. Please let us know if you are enjoying it. There will be more coming up. Obviously, School's Head coming up soon. We will be live streaming that.
Are you commentating at the School's Head, Rory?
I am indeed. I am joined by little Rory again for the Tent Talk team is back.
Wicked.
If you enjoy the Tent Talks, we've got them on the YouTube channel. Started them at Henley Royal Regatta, which will be returning in the regatta season. Not exactly the most serious conversations in the world, but it's great to add a bit of fun to regatta season.
We've got another crew coming down. I want to say it's 163.
I believe it is.
Warwick Boat Club A, and hot on their heels, I think that's Oxford University. Oxford University 177, big squad there at Oxford. And then following them,
Or 167 and 157.
so 167 at Cardiff University Boat Club A, they've filled in our commentary form. Lots of new faces squad this year, 5 out of 8 of them. Not long together a crew, but determined to make Cardiff proud, which is wonderful. They like to mention their B boat and 2 novice crews who are meant to be racing, who've been training hard, but unfortunately due to the river conditions, not able to race today, but great to see them training and enjoying the sport all the same.
Yeah, you see that Oxford crew just on your screen now. Not long to go, as we mentioned, until the boat races here on the Thames, actually rowing the opposite way up the course, which I think we all look forward to. A great day out.
Yeah, boat race is great, and it gets people down who maybe aren't directly involved in rowing, get them down watching from Bishop's Park across the way from us and all on the embankment here. So great to engage more people, because we're not quite up on the main sports on the TV yet. I had a question, is that the Oxford Blue Boat? I am pretty sure it's not. I think it's some other athletes within the Oxford Boat Club, but I don't believe Oxford raced their Blue Boat, or I don't think Osiris either today. Not that the crews have quite been announced yet.
Maybe don't want to give away what they're cooking.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't really want to see a showdown from Cambridge and Oxford just before the boat race.
Exactly, probably tapering slightly.
Yeah,
getting ready for their big day.
Yeah.
Which I believe the crew announcements are next week, 13th of March.
Battersea Power Station.
Battersea Power Station holding the event there. I believe it is a public event, so if you are planning on heading down, we will be there. Please say hi to us. We're not scary people.
I think this is Hinksey coming down now, so it looks like we've got some more school junior crews, so we'll be having a bit of a jump in the sort of crew numbers. So Oxford are 177 and now we're at crew number 254. This is Hinksey Sculling School junior crew, and I think the remaining crews today at Women's Head are going to be school and junior crews. So that's 254 Hinksey. And following them, can you see quite maybe Henley Rowing Club C, maybe Latimer?
I believe that Empacker is 165, which is Warwick Boat Club B.
Great, thanks for the correction.
No worries, that's what my binoculars are for.
I think I'm losing my vision with age.
Yeah, we have these school crews starting to come down the course now.
So it'll be a good test for them. They've got School's Head coming up in a couple of weeks like we were talking about, so make sure you stay tuned again to see great to see what the results are going to be here, and we'll have that live stream again for you with Rory and other Rory.
Little Rory.
And looks like we've got Marlow Rowing Club there in the red colours. That's 256, coached by Sophia Heath, aged 15 to 18, first time racing as this young crew and looking forward to progressing throughout the season. Only got barried as of last week, so a bit of a mix up in the order, and that looks like Henley Rowing Club hot on their heels. Henley Rowing Club there, number 255. So we're into these school junior crews now for the rest of the event. That looks like LEH Boat Club to me, Lady Eleanor Hollis School. They're number 257. Mixed crew J16s to J18s, coached by Ollie Knight and Theo Darlow. 3 and 5 seats, the only athletes who've raced at WEHORR before. So great to experience this for the first time.
And they looking very mature crew. It does look like they've all raced here before, to be honest.
I mean, you see the standard of junior rowing is really, really strong, and as we already saw, some of these crews placing in the top 20, out of pretty established draws, so very exciting. And I think this is Godolphin and Latimer. Godolphin number 258. Shout out to my friend Ben Moore, who coaches at Godolphin. I think they're a pretty big TikTok now, Godolphin. Might be wrong.
I think they do, don't they?
It's the modern approach.
A little bit of a gap. I think I see Henley Rowing Club starting to come through the trees now. I can imagine the legs are screaming at them, telling them to stop.
Absolutely.
But no can do in an 8, because...
No. Can't really blow in an 8, just
no, not really.
On. Yeah, you're right, there's Henley.
Which is crew number 260, I believe.
So we're into the last 20 crews or so of this Women's Head 2024. Bit of a reduced draw, but great racing all the same, and fingers crossed for better weather in the next few years, so we can get more crews back to that 300 crew draw again. But I'm sure we'll see more of them out in regatta season.
And coming into... I our eyes now, not your shot just yet. You're seeing Henley women go past. We see Tideway Scullers coming through. A really good junior programme, Tideway Sculler Schools, obviously
They've,
linked to the main Tideway.
Interesting. Got a bit of information here. 262. Stroke C Edith Williams looks up to and aspires to be her brother. Interesting. I think she's looking great.
Who famously is known for his magnificent win in the Prince Isaac Challenge Cup at Henley Royal Regatta. We hope she manages to succeed this season in her goal to win in the same event as Mohammed. Great to hear.
I've not heard of the Prince Isaac. Interesting.
Followed closely by crew 261, which is Surbiton High School Boat Club B. That distinctive green, who I believe I think it was National Schools last year, had one of the highest entries.
They did, yeah, and I know they definitely won a couple of medals. Got a few pitched, and they had some of our t-shirts, didn't they?
They did indeed, the very famous
on our website.
medalist t-shirts.
And they also had some of those blue t-shirts, I think.
They did indeed. We unfortunately.
Unfortunately, it looks like we've had maybe a technical issue in the Wimbledon High School crew coming down, but they're doing fantastically well all the same. Very unfortunate for this crew to have had a technical difficulty, but great camaraderie there from the crew, continuing down to the finish. Just a bit of bad luck, it looks like, but great racing from them.
Not what you want, but it happens.
It does.
And we have crew 256, I believe.
I think it's LEH.
No, I have that wrong. 265.
265, and I think it's Bedford Girls' School after them. 263 in the sort of purple colours.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel the cold a wee bit now,
I
to be
really am
honest.
starting to feel the cold. Not long to go now. Spring weather for you in the UK.
Yeah. But no, I think overall this event is so good to see the amount of rowers. I mean, obviously it was cut due to the weather that was predicted, but I definitely think next year it could be challenging some of the men's events, which is obviously great to see.
Absolutely.
And I believe that is crew.
I think it's Kingston Grammar School 268, perhaps.
It is indeed crew 268.
And they had, I think one of their athletes won a gold medal at the Under-19 World Championships last season, which is very exciting. And I want to say James Cracknell went there. That might be wrong.
Not sure. But as you see Bedford's girls' schools on your screen just pan away, we have a shout out to Alex Gentry Cox of The Boat, which I'm guessing is from a family member, so there's your shout out.
I think in the green it's Kew House School. I think they're quite a new boat club, Kew House School. Only started a rowing programme in the last couple of years, so they had some really great results. It's number 267 in the green colours, and then following them could be Emmanuel School 266. Another London-based
so that's
club.
Kew House School on your screen at the moment, which are then closely followed by. I can tell you in a second, but my eyes aren't that good, unfortunately.
And it looks like coming up in a second, 269 Marlow D, and also Headington School, another crew from them, 270. Very strong junior programmes, and probably some of their younger athletes, I imagine, in these crews.
Definitely, I think more the sort of J16 era. Really good to get this experience. Maybe not the best conditions today, but it's all valuable information when you're young and you're still learning and molding to the.
Absolutely. It looks like another Headington crew hot on their heels.
It does indeed. Crew 274, which is their B boat. As motivation in the boat, we use someone's 2-litre water bottle. It has quotes by the hour to make her drink and to make us go faster. For example, about is 7 a.m. and the quote is rise and shine, and then stroke seat is 9 p.m. is all in a day's work. I think I might have just butchered that comment, but it's great to see the motivational quotes keeping you through the long winter training sessions. which for me were never the most fun thing in the world.
Nearly out of winter now, though, anyhow, and into the summer months.
Exactly that.
And I think this is Godolphin and Latimer, or is it Nottingham and Union? Can you see the crew number there?
I believe that's 273.
273, that is Godolphin and Latimer School Boat Club C, 273. Just coming down to the finish now. Godolphin are based in a sort of joint boat club with King's College School Wimbledon, just a couple of doors down from us here in Putney. And we're probably into the last handful of crews of this Women's Head 2024.
Looks like we have crew 277.
That looks like Putney High School to me, another crew based just down the road here.
Definitely, with those distinctive blades, you can tell from that purple and white stripe, or diagonal stripe. I believe that's actually two Putney boats. It is indeed crew 272 and crew 277 coming down the court at the same time. So if you are a Putney High School Boat Club fan, you got two for the price of one coming onto your screen now.
And I think this might be a Nottingham composite, 278. Composite made up of rival clubs, but they've come together to race at the Women's Head. Great to see getting that boat on the water and all coming together in that composite crew there. I think they've got those, what are those blades called?
The new ones from
The new ones.
The new ones. They look
Sure,
quite
we
cool.
can be told in the comments.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get told off for not knowing that. As we come down to the last few crews coming down the course now.
I think that's 275 Barn Elms, based down by Beverley Brook here.
That's correct. Barn Elms Rowing Club 275 and 279, which is another Headington School boat club, which is great to see the depth come through. Obviously, probably
Absolutely.
a younger crew, but as mentioned before, it's great to get this under your belt. I mean, they're rowing really well together as they start to build it up towards the finish.
Absolutely. And I think there's probably not too many crews left to come past, but thank you very much for everyone who's tuned in for the live stream this year. Brought to you by AllMarkOne. Been doing this just for a bit of fun, get a bit of exposure out to rowing, allow some of the spectators who can't be here on the day to tune in and support their family and friends. Don't get too many live streams. They're definitely more in the past few years, but not quite common yet within our sport. So trying our best with our little setup up here at Imperial. And it looks like a couple more crews just coming down in a second.
It does indeed. As you see that Headington School boat making their way down the last few hundred metres. Filmed by our magnificent Callum, who's been here all day.
Yeah, it's the comp blades.
And I believe from the screams that I can hear, this must be Tyne Amateur Rowing Club getting cheered on by the Blue Star and by their time co-teammates. Rowing really well and coming down to the end. One of the last couple of crews. Must be tough.
281, and I think we've got 283 as the last crew on our start order. So in that last handful of crews today coming down the course, I think, if I'm correct, the photos are uploading already. So if you want to catch you rowing past, they'll be online now or any second now, depending on where you're on the start order. So head to AllMark.one to see those. Videos have been shot, more photos have been taken, and results are on the Women's Head X or Twitter.
And thank you to the people letting us know that it's the composite blade designed by Concept 2. We should have known that.
We definitely should have known that. I knew it somewhere in my back pocket, but I'm too cold to have remembered.
And we're coming down to the last couple of crews. Let me get my binoculars out again.
Surbiton High School, so 282 in the green, followed by Bedford Girls School. Bedford Girls School's in number 280. Looking racy as they come down here now.
On your screens now, that's crew 282, which is Surbiton High School Club C. really all rowing together, blades into the catch, nice together, nice finishing, which are closely followed by Canterbridge and no, they're not. They're followed by Bedford Girls Rowing Club B in that distinctive purple. Would you call it purple?
I think it's purple. There's definitely, someone will correct me, I know Durham have a special purple and other such things, but I'm not tuned up. And that looks like Cantabs to me there, Canterbridge Rowing Club C number 283, who are the last crew on our start order, and you'll see just in a second they're being followed down by some of those safety marshals. So just a shout out to all the wonderful volunteers who are here in the cold today, if you can hear in our voices, keeping crew safe, doing all the timing. I mean, a lot goes into an event like this, and especially, it's pretty challenging conditions. They would have been marshalling, getting everyone off the start and to the finish safely. So lots of great work from the rowing community there. Always need volunteers, so if you're interested, keep an eye out with your local club, and there'll be a lot of opportunities, I'm sure, to volunteer to allow these events to run.
Definitely. It was great to see this last crew not giving up. Last crew of the day, and probably they're freezing more than we are.
They are probably colder than we are, although I am pretty cold.
I'm okay now, the fun of commentating.
Keeping us warm.
But yeah, that seems to be it for the day.
Thank you very much for joining us. I mean, we can do a quick run through of those results if you're still tuned in, although you'll probably not be tuned in for much longer. But from crew number 1 to number 10, it was Leander, Brooks, Thames, University of London, Brooks, Cambridge University, Molesey, Thames and Leander B. 11 to 20 was Newcastle, Oxford Brooks, Durham, Edinburgh, Thames, London Rowing Club, Edinburgh University, Headington School, that top school junior crew there, Thames Rowing Club and Upper Thames Rowing Club A. So, oh gosh, you might get more.
We're going to get our faces for one more time. But yeah, thank you very much for joining us today. I had a good time. Did you have a good time?
I had a good time.
Yeah.
We were a bit, well, do let us know if you enjoy the live streams, because to be honest, we've been a bit on the fence, haven't we, about whether we should run the live stream, but
100%. I think
it's like you've enjoyed it.
100%. I think we can sometimes forget how much you guys enjoy these, what we do. But do let us know if you enjoy these live streams. We try to do them as much as possible. Unfortunately, we won't be doing one at Head of the River, as they have their own official live stream, but our next live stream will be School's Head, which is, I believe, 20th of March.
Yeah, it'll be a weekday coming up. So hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got to see your family and friends race. Commentary wasn't too bad. Doing our best, and yeah, the best way to support us doing these live streams is to head to our website. We have race photos available. They're £7.50 per photo. We've got a photographer on the bank today. We've got another photographer on the bridge. And if you want more than one photo, depending on how many you want, go and check out the Access All Areas pass. They're £29.99 for all of the pictures from the bank and the bridge of your crew today. If you want more, you can share that out between your crew.
But yeah,
what else?
I mean, on the website, we still have our merchandise. I mean, it's great for you guys to see. I mean, it does support ours massively. Obviously, the main thing that we do are the photos, and we've got Rory, Nicola, Kit upstream at the moment, but we've got our green hats, red hats, blue hats, a few t-shirts. We also have the new wristbands, which will be out for the 2024 season. I designed them, so I think they look awesome.
Neck warmers, I can shout my neck warmers out. They were a design from me as well. We're just doing a whole lot of random stuff, to be totally honest, because we love rowing, get rowing out there. We're doing this for a couple of years now, so thanks for tuning in. We're getting some encouragement on the stream, which is great to hear.
Yeah.
Glad you enjoyed it. Definitely, we've got day jobs.
Yeah, we do.
This is not our, if you were confused if we were professionals, we're not.
We're not at all. We have fun, we enjoy what we do, and we bring hopefully smiles to your faces. But yeah, head over to the website, make sure you get your photos, AAA passes. If you want to let us know that you bought your photos from the live stream, put it in the notes. It's good to know if you guys turn over or whatever. And I suppose if you're rewatching this back and you raced, hope you guys had an amazing day, weren't too cold, and congratulations to all the winners.
Yeah, super.
Should we knock it out like we do on Tent Top?
I don't know Tent Top. How do I do on Tent Top?
We just tap the mics.
Ready? This is my first
Callum,
time.
are you ready? We're going 3, 2, 1.
Bosh.